Hello, it's Karen here, Kazxena, yeah, I think it's been a wee while since I did my last video. Yes, and Gov859 very kindly inquired about my whereabouts and why I hadn't done a video, so I feel a bit guilt-tripped now. I feel a bit guilty, so I'm just doing a quick video. Well, I say quick, probably go on forever. Doing a quick video just before I go to work this afternoon. Yeah, it's mainly a pick-up video. I've been busy again. I've been working non-stop the last 7 days, and I've still got 2 more days to go before I've got a day off. Oh, so a bit knackered, but yeah, I've got picked up a few bits and bobs, so I'm just going to show you the things I've picked up. I think what I'm going to show you first, because I'm kind of pleased with what I picked up, I bid on eBay, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and I paid in total, I think it was $21.50 something or the other for these items, and I actually, right to the last 2 seconds, it was £11 something, and some bugger bid quite a bit, and I luckily had a slightly higher bid of about £23, so I got it. But I could have, with 2 seconds to go, I could have got it for £11 something, but you know, I'm still very pleased with what I picked up. And what I've picked up is, I'm very pleased, I'm just going to pass it over, is a brand new system for me. It's a Super Nintendo. I've always wanted one of these, never had one. I never owned one in my life, actually, to be honest. I have played on it before. I had a friend who back in the day had this and the Street Fighter game, and I was so jealous. And yeah, so this is what I got. I got a Super Nintendo with a controller. It didn't come boxed or anything, but it was all explained on the person that was selling, explained what condition everything was in and whether it was boxed or not, or leads and the whole lot. So yeah, I'm very pleased to get that Super Nintendo, and it came with one controller. And also, as well, what I did get, they were selling, and I thought, now this is a bit of a touch, she was also selling a Nintendo 64. Now this actually came without the leads, it was just the basic console, no controller or anything. But I thought, yeah, I could do with another Nintendo 64. And before you say, why does she want another one, the reason I wanted another one, I just wanted a basic Nintendo 64, is that my one that I own, I'll just give you a little show, is it's the Pokemon one, and I kind of don't like it. It sounds really silly, but I do use it, but I'm always worried that one day it's going to pack up on me. I think they're getting a little bit harder to get these days. I think I picked this up, oh, it must have been 5-6 years ago I picked this up, and you know, it's in great condition. It's got a controller as well with it, and yeah, so I kind of want to keep this in nice condition. So I jumped at the chance when this person was selling a Nintendo 64, and it works perfectly, as does the Super Nintendo. And not only that, I didn't just get that for the £21, I also got some games. None of them were boxed again, but I'm just going to show you what I got. The Super Nintendo games I got was Aladdin, which is graphically it looks great. I'm not very good at it, actually, to be honest. I have played it on the Mega Drive, but it does look very good. Happy I got World League Basketball, and I've rather taken a liking to basketballs of late, so very pleased to get that. I got Toy Story. Don't know, is that Toy Story 2 or just No, it's just Toy Story. I don't really know how that plays, to be honest. I haven't put that one in yet. And I got the Page Master, which I think is a sort of platformer spell kind of job, isn't it? You know, when you do spells and that. So I think it looks quite pretty anyway. I also got this. It's a Super Game Boy, and what it does is it goes into your Super Nintendo and you can play old Game Boy games, and I've actually stuck one in. This is a game I own anyway. It's Zelda, Legend of Zelda. Just put it in there, put it in your Super Nintendo, and it comes up on a screen. It's deadly. So I was really pleased to get that. I thought that was a nice little extra touch. N64 games I got was Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Had a little go at that. It's not bad. Mario Golf, I was delighted to get that. I really was. I've got Mario Tennis and I like that. Not that it's anything to do with golf, but I do like the golf and tennis of Mario. I got South Park, which not really my cup of tea, but there you go. And I got GoldenEye, which I do own already boxed, but I'm not going to complain about owning another copy of GoldenEye. So I got all that for like £21, so I'm really pleased about that. I thought that was a bit of a bargain. Postage was, I think, about £9, so yeah, I paid, say it all came to about 30 quid. So Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, good lot of games. Happy person am I. I also ordered a game that I had to get, and I probably paid a couple of quid too much for this. It was free posted and packaging, but it should be, because I paid £6 for this, and it's Street Fighter 2, and I really wanted this for, you know, just for reminiscing purposes. I mean, I love the original Street Fighter game, and I just had to have it. And yeah, I probably could have got it at quite a bit cheaper, but I was being a bit impulsive. So, but the cart's in nice condition, and it's Street Fighter 2, so that's what I picked up. I've also picked up some from various shops. I had been into CEX, but in Kingston, not the Sutton one, and I did pick up a few games. I picked up Stoked for the 360, which is £6. I picked up Fallout New Vegas. I paid £6 for that as well, which I think is really good, isn't it? I mean, it's such a big game, and £6, it's nothing, is it? I've played the original Fallout, and I would say, and I've probably played over 40 hours of it, and I still haven't finished it. I mean, there's so much more to do, loads more to do, so, I mean, that's got to be good value, hasn't it, for £6. I picked up Valhalla Knights for the PSP. That was £3. I had a little go at that, actually. It's alright. Nice little role-playing game. What else did I get from CEX? Oh yeah, I picked up Bully, or Canum Edit. Now, I paid £5 for this for the PS2, which is quite a lot, isn't it, for a PS2 game? But you know what? I really wanted this on the 360, but I don't know why. It's so expensive. The cheapest I've seen it is £18, and CEX in Kingston was selling it for £24.99, and the other CEX in Sutton, when I did go in there before, was selling it for £20. So it's quite dear. So I thought, well, £5 for the PS2 one. Yeah, and it's a good fun game, isn't it, by Rockstar. I picked up Godzilla for £2 for the PS2, and yeah, it's a bit crap. It's just a fighting game, but it's got all the proper monsters from the Chinese, the Japanese Godzilla films. You know, it's got all the Mothra and everything like that in it, and Gigantica and and the whatchamacallitsy and everything. So I just had to have it, you know, simply because it's Godzilla. I picked up Karaoke Stage 2 for £2.50 because you know, I'm a bit of a closet singer on my own. I think I can't sing to save me life, but every now and again I get a bit of a fagary and plug me mic in and warble my head off. And you know, thank God my neighbours each side of me are over 80 because they're probably a bit deaf as well. I hope they are. But yeah, so that's why I got that. And the last one I got was Tato Legends 2 for £3, and that one's actually got some really good games on. I didn't have this one, and it's got Legend of Cage, Alpine Ski, Elevator Action, Space Invaders, Balloon Bomber, G Darius, blah de blah. Oh yeah, Puzzle Bubble 2. There's about 30 games on this, as from what I could work out. There's a good 30 games on this, I think. So I thought it was great value for £3. I picked this up in my local game station. I only picked this up on its own. It says 5 for 5, but they have nothing else of note. And it's Curry Curry Mix. And to be honest, I haven't played it yet, but I just like the cover, really. Isn't it terrible? I'm always doing it. I just thought the cover looked really quite sort of lovely Japanese look about it, so that's why I picked up Curry Curry Mix. I picked up Crazy Golf for £1 from my cash converters. Having a little bit of a golfing fad at the moment, and I saw that for £1, and I've only played a little bit of this, but it's alright actually. The controls are a little bit fiddly, a little bit annoying, they're quite sensitive, but once you get the hang of it, I think it's okay. So that was Crazy Golf. And I picked this up as well from my cash converters. I paid £4, and it's Fusion Frenzy 2. Now I don't really know much about this, but it says it's got 40 plus games on it. It's like mini games, and I just thought, oh, I did look it up then on the internet, and everyone says the second one's not very good, the first one was better, so I was like, oh. But I haven't actually played this yet, so I'm really looking forward to giving it a go, but I don't know what it plays like. But that was Fusion Frenzy 2. I also picked up this game from HMV, and it's a collector's edition, and I know on its own second hand it's going for £8 in CEX, and I paid £12.98 for this game. And excuse me, my cat is driving me up the twist. Hello, it's me, I'm back again. I've just had to let my cat out. He was driving me round the twist the whole time I've been doing this video. He's been scratch, scratch, scratch at the back door. So, yeah, anyway, I was going on about this game I picked up for £12.98 collector's edition from HMV. And the said game is Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And, yeah, I'm really pleased to get this. It comes in a nice cardboard box. It comes with a game. It comes with the original soundtrack, and it also comes with the novel. And he co-wrote Alex Garland. Didn't even say who it is. Alex Garland actually co-wrote Enslaved, and it's, do you know what? This is such a good game, honestly. I don't have any time, right? I'm surprised my eyes are not hanging out my head, because I got this 2 weeks ago, Enslaved, and I finished it last night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's a fabulous game. You know, it's based on, you know, remember the series Monkey Magic? Monkey. It's loosely based on that, and you play Monkey, you control that character Monkey, and it's they're living in a world that's been enslaved, and it's all gone to rack and ruin and fell apart, and everybody's enslaved. And Monkey and this lady here, who's called Trip, who's based on Tripitaka, it starts off, they're about to be incinerated at the beginning, and they manage to escape, and they form a sort of shaky bond. Well, he hasn't got much choice, because she puts a headband around his head, and if she dies, he dies, so he's not too pleased about it. And anyway, so they set out on their odyssey. She's looking for her family, and they're looking to, you know, ultimately free the enslaved people. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful looking game. I cannot highly recommend Enslaved Odyssey to the West. I know it didn't sell that well. It's just absolute food for the eyeballs. It looks stunning. It's you know, Fable 2, how colourful that looks. Well, just multiply that. It just looks lush. It's so green and colourful, and the sky is so blue, and you know, it's representing quite a sort of grim world that's been destroyed, and you don't get the drab colours that you get in Fallout 3. It's beautiful, and the controls are so responsive, absolutely responsive. The way he moves, the animation, the cutscenes just seem to go into your playing, and you almost don't realise the cutscene's finished. The voice acting is second to none. What can I say about, they're the pros. What are the cons? I suppose it could be considered a little bit on the easy side. Yeah, I mean, I finished it. It probably took me 8, maybe 9 hours total, and just on normal. Maybe it's a little bit on the easy side, and it's a bit short. That's all I can say. But if you can pick this game up for, under a tenner, it's worth it, honestly. Can't recommend it enough. So, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. Go and free the enslaved people. Play this game, because honestly, you're missing out on a gem if you don't play that. Another game I got off of eBay, and my friend on YouTube, Mr. Gov859 again, he did a video of this, and I believe he did it. He got this game because Woodland37 had recommended it, and it's Eagle Eye Golf. I'd never heard of this game, and I watched Gov's video on it, and I thought, oh, this looks great. It looks a bit like Everybody's Golf, and do you know what? It's really, really good. It's very responsive. It's very again, colourful. It does look somewhat like Everybody's Golf. You control when you hit the ball with the right thumbstick, and it works really, really well. And I paid £4 for this, and it was free postage and packaging. You might see it in a charity shop for £1, but to be honest, I've never seen it before. But if you like golf games, and you're not necessarily into ones that are very, real hardcore golf games, you like them with a little bit of an arcade feel, Eagle Eye Golf is definitely one to try. Highly recommended, really enjoyable. I also managed to drop my games on the floor. Sorry, that's it. Just dropped me Page Master game on the floor. I also picked this up for £2.50 in my local cash converters, and it's a Scorpion light gun for the PlayStation 2, a Scorpion 3, and I paid £2.50 for this, and I do have I actually have I do have an older telly. It's only a small one. I really need to get a big older telly. But it came with all the bits, and it's even got the paperwork in it. It's a deadly looking gun, isn't it? Look at that. I actually haven't tried this out, but I can't wait to give it a go. I must stick in Time Crisis or Virtual Cop and give that a whirl. Yes, and it was only £2.50, so that a Scorpion 3. And also in my cash converters, I paid £2 each for these because I'm a sad cow and I love Xena. It was Xena magazines, and I found this Xena magazine, The Marriage of Hercules and Xena. And I found this one, Xena versus Callisto, 1 of 3. I have quite a lot of these Xena magazines, to be honest, but I didn't have these two. They weren't that easy to get when they first came out, and I was living in Ireland at the time, so I couldn't pop down to my local Forbidden Planet. So I have about that many Xena comics, but I certainly don't have them two, so £2 each. It was probably a little bit dear, but I didn't mind paying it. And lastly, God, doesn't she waffle? Bloody hell. Anyway, lastly, and I got this off of eBay too, and I paid was it £4 something? I don't think it was more than £5, and it's a DVD, and it came all the way from Hong Kong, free postage and packaging, and it's from my favourite Chinese actress. It's Gong Li, and I mentioned before in one of my videos that I'm trying to collect all her films that she's been in. I had 2 to collect. Well, it turns out I've actually got another 3 to get, because she's made 2 new ones, and there's one I didn't know about, and she has 2 old ones that I didn't get, and I thought it was only 1 old one, but I have 1 old one to get and 2 new ones which I can get, but the 1 old one I can't get for love nor money. It's called Mr. Sunshine. If anybody's got it out there, I want it. But anyway, it's this one I got, and honestly, I'm going to read the back to you. Because it really made me laugh. It's good. I haven't watched it yet, but I bet the subtitles are cracking. And now it's called Codename Cougar, and it's spelt like that. Codename Cougar, C-U-G-A-R. So I thought, that's a great start, isn't it? It's not spelt right. But anyway, I'm going to read you the plot from the back because it really amused me. Now, this is a very early Gong Li film, and it's an action film, and she doesn't really do action. She's serious, she does serious films, but when she was younger, she did stuff like, did a few things like this. But anyway, it starts off and it says, synopsis. A plane which is loaded with the Taiwanese businessman is kidnapped by the terrorist and lands in the mainland of China. An anti-terrorism special team is formed to save hostages with the cooperation of China's mainland and Taiwan, but the action is destroyed by the cunning terrorist for many times. At the crisis moment, with the agreement of the central government and the command post of Taiwan, the anti-terrorism unite team go on the last rescue. With great efforts, they shoot all, full stop. Terrorists and the hostages escape safely. However, our team leader paid the precious life. When the sun rises, the team members of both sides are distressed of parting. The friendship of the compatriots of Taiwan Strait and mainland turned into the rosy dawn all over the sky. That really amused me. Yeah, so that's Operation Cougar with Gong Li, a very early Gong Li film. There she is. There's the lady. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching that because I've got a couple of Chinese films that where the subtitles haven't been translated very well, and you do get the gist of it, but it can be quite comical. So, yeah. I've been looking for this film for quite a few years, and I just had a look on eBay and up it popped. So yeah, it's Operation Cougar, or Cougar, because it's spelt like sugar but with a C. Anyway, that's me that's been babbling on for what? I've probably been going on for over 20 minutes, and I've had a brief cut in the middle because my cat was giving me the pip. So sorry for taking a while for doing a video, for not doing a video, but just life's taken over, as everybody else's does, doesn't it? Thanks very much for watching, and I shall be in touch soon, as they say. Bye.